Now start the beat and take it from there.
Yes, sir. Street Talk Radio LA, man. We are broadcasting live in Baltimore, Maryland, via Los Angeles, California. I'm your host, Big Homie Smiles, man. You can follow me on Instagram. That's big underscore homie Smiles 41, man. Make sure y'all tune in. Hey, that's my man on the background. Been ready, like we been ready for the violence to stop in our community. You feel me? Been ready, like we been ready to get this show started. We got a wonderful show today, man. That is my man Jamil in the background. He's currently incarcerated, but he's still dropping hits after hits, man. Free Jamil. Y'all can stream all his music online on all platforms. That's checked. And he got Ghetto Blues out. Now, to get this show started, y'all already know I like to start my shows off with black inventors, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe that we are gods and we are born to prosper here on the planet Earth. You feel me? And I always want to make sure I touch on certain inventions and things that we have come across, that I've come across, and so I can share it with the world. Because reach one, teach one. If you don't know, now you know. You feel me? The more MOORE, you know. So the first invention is the ironing board. How many y'all thought? How many y'all knew the black people invented the ironing board? All right, the ironing board. The contributor was Sarah Boone. The date was April 26, 1892. The patent reference is number 473, comma 653. Now, Boone's ironing board was more streamlined than the earlier ones. Her invention was especially designed for easy ironing of the narrow part of garments, which are like your collar. You know what I'm saying? Because my joint job, like, well, I like to wear my shit pop, but usually you had that shit eyed down very crisp. Or like if you are a person that wears suits, somebody that likes creases like myself, I like to get creases real right, and you usually use a piece of paper. You got to get the iron to the edge of that joint. You know what I'm saying? So the narrow part of the garments is what her ironing board was designed for in the early part of the days, particularly the inside of dress or shirt sleeves. This solved a constant problem for dressmakers. Boone's board also had a padded cloth covering and collapsing leg board before her invention. There were only makeshift ironing boards such as tables, boards laid across chairs. So without Sarah Bone, we'll still be ironing on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll be, if you old school, you'll be, you know how to put your clothes in the oven real quick, get it hot. You know what I'm saying? Then take the shit out, then put it under the mattress. You know what I'm saying? Or the chair that's real heavy. You know what I'm saying? So it can lay flat. Then boom, you got ironing. You know what I'm saying? That's old school. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Now the next invention is lamp and the electric. The contributor is Latimer and Nichols. The date is September 13th, 1881. The reference patent is 247097. Latimer invented a method of making carbon filaments for the electric incandescent lamp, which caused lights to burn almost indefinitely. Edison could only light us up for a maximum of 16 hours. Come on. And we invented the indefinite light. Fuck is you talking about, boy? Light because of us. You got a light. You see this light that I'm using right here? It's because of my man Latimer and Nicholas on the indefinite part. You feel me? Because we out here inventing things that we need and still use today in 2021. That's how real we are. These are black inventors. If you don't know now, you know. Make sure y'all check out the book. You know what I'm saying? 1001 Black Inventions. Now, my last show was great. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guest that I had on my last show, my man Ace, my man Visions, and my man Steady for coming through. This is another good show. This is part two of the industry. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no guest on the show today. However, we do have a lovely story that I will be reading throughout my broadcast until we get to the end of the story. It's a wonderful story. You know what I'm saying? By a wonderful person that always will remain anonymous. I had to really bargain to get these stories and poems. I had a guest that say, "Man, hey, Smiles, man, why you don't bring the poems back? Bring the stories back." I'm like, "I got y'all, man." So I had to look for, you know what I'm saying? Oh, look, God working, you know what I'm saying? So if you hear the thunder and lightning, don't be scared. That's just God working while I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? So back to what I was saying. I had to do some real, like marketing to this young lady to get her stories. She did these stories in 1993. She was a student at Clark Atlanta University. You know what I'm saying? So that was some time ago. So to have her to have been reading her stories now and for them to be relevant, like a glass of dirty water. If y'all don't know about that, y'all gotta catch up on my podcast. I also want to shout out to YouTube and Spotify and Google and everybody else that's out here streaming my platform. I'm using Townhouse Media. Thank you for my listeners that consecutive come in to my town and tune in. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys. So today's story, before I get into the topic of the industry part 2, I'm gonna just read chapter 1. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just read chapter 1. It's a good story. The title of this story is called The Hood. This is chapter 1. I don't give a fuck. Got a single fuck, not a solitary fuck. I don't give a fuck. Not a fuck. Mother blasted from the stereo system. Yeah, I know that was a song back in the day. An ounce of weed sat on the table in a plastic sandwich bag. There was 5 Philly blunts scattered around the bag of weed, calling for someone to someone to caress them with their fingertips and lips. Y'all know what that means. It's about to go down in Pearl City. If you know, you know. 2 girls sat in the chairs that surrounded the table. I'm feeling like this is a Nipsey Hustle vibe. Did Nipsey Hustle holler at my friend? You know what I'm saying? Holler at the homie. You know what I'm saying? 2 girls sat in chairs that surrounds the table. Each had a Philly in their hand and they was talking. They was taking out the contents. Dim lights from the little lamp on the table and the TV struggled to shine their way through the darkness, but failed. Y'all know how it is when y'all having a session. You know what I'm saying? You got the dim lights. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can dim the lights. Let me dim the lights. Excuse me, manager. Could you hand me this light here? This switch. I want to show y'all how it be when you know what I'm saying, you having a session. You having a session. Thank you. You having a session, you know what I'm saying? You rolling the blunt and the lights is dim low. You feel me? And niggas is in there vibing. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting triggered. You know what I'm saying? I'm having about sessions. You know what I'm saying? We used to have big sessions. Shout out to JCSU. You know what I'm saying? In front of the television was a small, square wooden table. On top of the table was a bottle of half empty cognac. In front of the table was a couch. Slouched in the couch was a third girl. Her name was Khadijah. Her eyes stared but never saw. Yo, kick that shit, was the voice of one of the girls on the table. Her name was Trayshawn. She was brown skinned, built, and hair was slicked back into a ponytail. Shawty had a little foreign in her, you know what I'm saying? Look, a little foreign. I was a little foreign mommy, you feel me? Her name, oh, I said that part. She looked as if she was an athlete or as if she played basketball. Oh, Tayshawn might have been a dom. Black eyes, there was nothing really exotic about her. She was regular, pretty, not ugly. But nothing was unique about her or her look. What the fuck was you talking about? About that who? About that hoe? Your man, she's a freak. What you talking about? Are you fucking kidding me? You know I'm talking about. Your man, she a freak. Your homegirl like a nympho. She likes to fuck. You feel me? Was the response of the other girl next to her, whose name was Desiree. Her hair was jet black, shaved off in the back with a short cut that laid on her forehead and sideburns. Oh yeah. She was milk chocolate with deep, rich black eyes that slanted. She had a look, but still nothing was too much different about her. Word, man, it's like that. Shawty rolling. On who she rolling? True indeed, that bitch love pussy, mo. That bitch love it. She's a motherfucking freak. I'm telling you, true.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't fuck with her. Bitch, I don't want no relationship. All I want to do is get my fuck on. That's what I'm screaming. Fuck all that bullshit. I ain't got time. True. True. Indeed. Man, cut that shit off. I ain't trying to hear some news. Damn, why you yelling? I ain't trying to hear that. Turn it off. Said Khadijah. Y'all motherfuckers always trying to talk about fucking. Fuck around, okay? You catch a bad one. Y'all bitches supposed to love women, but always talk about them. Like bitches and hoes. Can't comprehend y'all motherfuckers thinking. Ain't bitch lick a clit. What the fuck is wrong with you? What's the fuck is wrong with your ass? If you got some kids under the age of 21, please send them. This is a grown. This story's getting grown. I ain't had none, so you can't speak on none. Harlot Trayshawn, who they call Trey for short. Right. Two girls slap one another hands. Start laughing. Khadijah sat there after that comment, staring into space. Again, they stared, not saying. Again, she stared, not saying. She was stuck in a world that she could not escape, stuck between two worlds. She was frozen in the couch. The remote was in her hand, her finger pressed on the channel button. The channel began to change rapidly without her knowledge, while her mind disappeared into darkness. The vibes she released in the air began to choke her, drowning. She could not swim. She held her breath to live, but the darkness suffocated her lungs. Yo, D-Ray. Shook her. D-Ray shook her. Your girl all right? Yeah, man. Don't be touching me. Shut up, bitch. You want to smoke this? Or did you have enough, player? I'm down. That was the end of chapter 1. Stay tuned next week for the rest of the story. Now let's get into the story, man. Khadijah, these people, wow, back in the day, this shit is getting crazy. Khadijah, wow one. Bitch keeps staring off into space, kirking out when people try to snap her out of it, pass her to Jay. Fuck wrong with you? See, that's why you don't invite weirdos to the fucking session. You don't invite fucking weird ass people to the session. They don't know the fucking routine. Is in lost la la land, getting triggered somewhere. I don't fucking know. Okay, so today's title is called The Industry Part 2. Now, the purpose of today's episode is to finish last week's discussion on the industry. We discussed 7 ways artists fail when they try to go independent on the independent route. Today, we will dive deeper into the industry and discuss being an authentic artist and how to keep your authenticity throughout your career. We will discuss how can artists separate themselves from the public. Excuse me. We will discuss how can artists separate themselves from the public. And lastly, how do artists heal themselves through music? The industry is just that, an industry where goods and services are produced in exchange for the money given to those invested in the industry. Now, when you're looking at an authentic artist, right? Excuse me. I'm so sorry. That's why I'm drinking some tea. Now, when you're looking at an authentic artist, being an authentic artist, you first have to have authentic music, right? So when we say authentic music, we're talking about music that explores a wide range of human emotions, perspectives, and situations. This means that anything that you generally, feel or experience is fair game that you can make music about. That's how you create authentic music. You know what I'm saying? Or, whether you're inspired by something that happened, to you, to some people, whether it was lighthearted, whether it was inconsequential, or deathly serious, if it's authentic music, that is how you stay an authentic artist, just creating something that taps into people's emotions, Now, I was asking myself, like, what's some music, or what are some music that I listen to that I know that I feel like the artist is authentic and their music is authentic. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking, I was like, oh, I got one. Jill Scott, The Way. Now, the emotion that I feel like Jill Scott brought out in The Way was love, right? She hit the joint. Woke up this morning with a smile on my face. Doom, doom, doom. Jumped out of bed, took a shower, dressed, cleaned up the place. Doom, doom, doom. Skips a lot of verses, goes the chorus. Is it the way you love? Come on, if you out there, sing with me. Me, baby. Yay. Can I hit it again? Is it the way you love me, baby? Right there. I just feel love. I just got the chills. Just love went across me. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that music is authentic. Right now, there's somebody that is listening to this YouTube, that is streaming, you know what I'm saying, Treetop Radio LA, and they just bust out in the verse because that is an authentic artist who created authentic music that tapped into the emotion of love. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, hopefully, let me take that back. I pray that everybody gets a chance to experience the type of love that Jill Scott was talking about in The Way. You know what I'm saying? Because that type of love is something that, you know what I'm saying, you don't ever want to give up. It's something that everyone needs and wants, but some people don't get. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's a love emotion. So it tapped, I was feeling the love, right? I was thinking about my boo, about all the love that we give each other, you know what I'm saying? So another song that I was thinking, I was like, authentic artists, authentic music. What's another one? I was thinking about Lil Nas, Old Town Road, you know what I'm saying? This is before the controversy, when you know what I'm saying, when everybody was rocking with my man. He came out with the Old Town Road, and the emotion in the Old Town Road, if you listen to the joint, he just like fed up, right? Because he started joint. You know what? I'm done, yeah. I'm gonna take my horse on the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. You know what I'm saying? He gonna ride, he gonna look, see, fed up. My man is fed up. He's fed up in the back in the day when they go to the what you call them things? The saloons. And they draw their guns. Come out of here. We're going to have a duel. You know what I'm saying? So that's the vibe I got. Fed up vibe. You know what I'm saying? He's about to ride out to the sun. You know what I'm saying? And take his horses, somewhere to the back. Welcome to Treetop Radio LA. We love to laugh. We love to laugh around here. Now another song that I was like, damn, emotion. You know what I'm saying? What's a song that creates emotion? Now I'm digressing. I'm sorry. I meant to do this earlier, but shout out to Heen. You know what I'm saying? My man is a local, not a local, but out in LA. He's a black owned business. You know what I'm saying? In LA doing this thing, but this is one of his products. This is called the Heen, where it is on world, have it everything except negativity. You feel me? Heen, you know what I'm saying? On Heen, you feel me? On world. Okay, but back to what I was talking about. So King Von is another artist. Now Lil Nas is a authentic artist too. You know what I'm saying? He creates authentic music because it taps into emotions on the human psyche. You know what I'm saying? Whether positive or negative, he's creating authentic music that's definitely going to be here for a while. Now, King Von also, long live King Von. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the O Block. You know what I'm saying? I know they lost a good one, but King Von was an authentic artist. He was an artist that tapped into the emotions of the streets. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? He was able to tap into the street emotion, and everybody, even the nigga enemies, was fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? That's how, when you able to tap into emotion like that, And even, you know what I'm saying, with sorry, it's unfortunate that he had tragically lost his life, but even your opposition is like, man, Shorty was a good artist. That's how you know you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people ops out here like, damn, Slim was on one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to this tea though. Some wonderful tea. It's called over 300 years of oh no, that's what they telling us. It's called Twinning. Shout out to Twinnings of oh, okay. Oh, it's the company. Shout out to the company though. Shout out to Twinnings of London. This is called Glow. That's why my skin glowing. You know what I'm saying? Glow, glow. I got ADD too. If y'all ain't noticed, I should get distracted a little bit. So King Von was a good artist, right? He had this song that came out, Demon, just recently. You know, post-mortem. They call this post-mortem when an artist drops music after they're deceased. So this is a post-mortem song, you know what I'm saying? It was called Demon. Go figure, you know? And this song, I would say the emotion that he tapped into was anger. You know what I'm saying? This is anger and also sadness, you know what I'm saying? Because he is just telling us how I go in the streets and shit that you see, and you gotta make sure your mouth, you know what I'm saying, closed and shit. But how he started his joint off, he'd be like this. Boom. Dang. Boom. Dang. Dang. If I love you, I mean it. I mean it. Why he got killed, I seen it. I was right there, still can't believe it. That shit turned me into a demon. Police asked me, I ain't seen none. You know what I'm saying? And he got a little nice boy. They need to bring me in the studio, you know? That was
Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't be hating, nigga. Don't be hating. But nah, that was a good, you know what I'm saying? He tapped into anger, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like right when he was singing that joint, I felt like I was turning into a demon. I was like, damn, why he got killed? I seen that shit. The police asked me, I ain't say shit. I ain't say nothing. You feel me? Like King Von said, you're no long live King Von. But that's what I mean when I say authentic artist and being authentic. You can be authentic in your craft in general. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hood Court TV, who is an authentic Hood Court, who is an authentic judge on TV doing Hood Court. That's authentic. You ain't never heard of a Hood Court out ever, and a real judge, you know what I'm saying, giving up verdicts for real people in real situation. May not be monetary, but just as you know, better information, the more you know, to help them out in their journey. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. And when she dropped the episode, it's Hood Court TV on Instagram. She has a viewing coming up on August 13th at 8 p.m. So y'all make sure y'all tap into her Instagram to get more information. But that's what I mean by being authentic. She's an authentic brand. You know what I'm saying? As an authentic person. And when you're an authentic person and an authentic brand, you know what I'm saying? People tap into you and you tap into emotions and they want to support you and they want to support your music. And that ultimately they sometimes they feel like you are the music, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different topic. I'm going ahead. But just like Townhouse Media too. Townhouse Media is an authentic platform, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about too many platforms that got a variety of shows on it that are all phenomenal, doing great. And we all, you know what I'm saying, black and brown, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? So this is consistent. This is a authentic platform, you feel me? So I just had to bring that in. Now, how can artists separate themselves from the public? That's a tough one for a lot of artists, man. You know, shout out to my man 2 Live Rue. I don't know if he's still doing music, but I interviewed with him on a podcast I did with my boy Ron. Shout out to I think it's called the True Podcast or something like that. But he was basically talking about how you have to separate yourself from, you know, the artist and the music. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. For those of you out there listening in the audio world, I'm taking a sip of my tea just because, you know, I want to make sure that I'm keeping the corona out of me. You know what I mean? So, you know, I heard that hot stuff kills, you know, so I just want to make sure that my body is getting immune to this. Wonderful. Now, first thing I would say for artists that want to separate themselves from the public, or when you're trying to if you care to, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times artists don't even understand that the music takes on a different form. You know what I'm saying? People start to put their face onto what they're saying and not just and not think of it but like their experiences. They're like, oh yeah, that nigga with it, he in that shit right now, which most people are actually in this generation of music. But you have to know that self, you know what I'm saying? And when you know that self, when you know who you are as a person, you know how to formulate art and create a body of work that allows a story to be told and not just chaos. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like you just putting out a bunch of chaos. That's why T-Pain went off like that. You know what I'm saying? T-Pain went the fuck off. He was like, do something else. It's the same shit. That's because people don't know thyself. You know what I'm saying? They don't know who they are as artists. They don't even know who they are as young men and women. So they're trying to figure that shit out through any type of songs they just putting out in the air. You have to know reality from your art. You know what I'm saying? So if you are telling a story about situations that you have been in and gone through, come out of, that's cool. That's great. If you are wanting to give people an understanding of what it means to be in the streets, you know what I'm saying? That's wonderful. That's your art. But the reality of it is that you were able to take your craft and make money to where you don't have to be engaged in those type of activities that hindered your growth and elevation. You know what I'm saying? The reality is that you're teaching your kids that you got. One second, I got to sip the tea. Shout out to Twinning in London and Erica Badu. Shout out to Erica Badu and Twinning London tea. Now, if you are, the reality for a lot of artists is that they're not engaged in those activities. They're trying to raise great children to, go to school and go to college. You know what I'm saying? You have to know how to separate reality from the art. A lot of times these artists, they can't separate the art from reality. They are merging them. So if a person may be on the independent route, right? And they maybe out here doing illegal activities, engaging in criminal activities, you know what I'm saying? They may still be had a foot in the music too, and they still may be creating a buzz, or they may even be in the industry popping, you know what I'm saying? But they're getting caught up in the reality. And the reality is, if you are going to be engaging in criminal activity, you know what I'm saying, you don't really need to be doing music, because music is based off experiences, not about right now, what you doing right at this moment. Nigga be in the motherfucker booth. Load up the gun. I got the gun right now. Got a show tomorrow and it's downtown. But if a nigga come to my show, I'm going to blow. They be like, damn, now your shit canceled. These niggas like, oh, niggas hated on me. Niggas, you just told niggas that you was going to have a show downtown. You had the blicky on you. And if a nigga say something to you, going to blow on his ass at the show. Excuse me. Does that make any sense? No. Some people have to learn how to separate the reality from the art. You can create tough gangster music, gangster rap music, you know what I'm saying? You can create sexual, you know what I'm saying, type of music, and be a totally different type of person if that's the type of listeners that you're trying to get, you know what I'm saying? Because music is subjective, you know what I'm saying? Just like looking at shit on TV is subjective, you know what I'm saying? Nobody is forcing you niggas to look at TV. It's a lot of wild shit going on in the world, and if you don't want your kids to be influenced, turn the tube off. It's trash anyway. You know what I'm saying? Turn the tube off. Read them a book. Take it back to the 1950s when they was in the living room listening to the radio, listening to podcasts like this one on Townhouse Media Platform. You know what I'm saying? Not this episode, because this is for 21 and older. Not this particular episode. My other episode is cool for the kiddies, So, but they need to take it back to the olden days. You know what I'm saying? When they going outside looking at activities and stuff. Don't look at TV, or make your own TV. Create your own shit. That's what I'm saying. I digressed a little bit. I got triggered. Some people believe that music and artists can live can live separately from one another. The only thing that should some artists believe that the only thing that should matter when experience art is what's actually going on in the work itself, which is music, which is being able to touch, pause, what I'm saying, being able to touch the emotion of different type of people, what I'm saying, and the listeners that you are making your music for. However, there are many instances where the actions of a musician have seen a significant drop in the sales of their records. So we know about those people that, the music and the artist are one. And when they out here in reality doing crazy stuff in the real world and it gets onto the social media platforms and the people like, damn, ain't that's the dude that was, doing all like this, going down the street doing, yo, heavy honey, have you seen that? It was about 5 seconds ago. Make it say, oh, and then something happened, tragic. And now, people are looking at that artist differently, or their music sales have dropped dramatically. It's because the artist and the person hadn't separated themselves, from the music. And I guess it may be hard for for artists to do that. But I feel like if you are in a public, representing yourself a certain, like, if you in public, just be yourself, be the real you. But if you have some music and it's a different side of you, or it's a different version of you, be that in the music. And I would say, let your listeners know who my music is, not who I am in reality. It's the story that I'm telling to you guys. So that's what I feel like. I don't know, I'm just speaking as a person that listens to music, a fan and supporter. So my words or my thoughts, my opinions have no validity if you don't, want to listen. You don't gotta receive it. You feel me? So those who are in pursuit of music and a lifestyle, even for those already grounded in it, the actions of an artist can do and shape who listens to their music, severe or not. So whether or not you care, your music and the things you do definitely influence the type of listeners that you attract and the type of listeners that you don't attract or lose. Like, for example, this is an example, what I'm saying, I just want to give you an example of how, situations can either elevate or de-escalate, your career. So, for example, say if Erykah Badu caught a body, right now, we just heard breaking news. This is Channel 5, Fox News. Ken, we have some breaking news. Yes, breaking news coming out of Atlanta, Georgia's Erykah Badu recently murdered a man. Now, if we hear that, we like, damn, Erykah murdered somebody. That might boost her sales. Niggas might start checking her shit out even more because they want to know why Erykah Badu murdered somebody. Or that type of media attention could drop her sales and like totally kill her career. Like if J. Cole committed a murder. This is breaking news live from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Yes, Pete, you're on the beat. Well, we just heard some tragic information. Artist Fayetteville's own J. Cole just caught a body. Now, if we hear that, J. Cole shit going down, because all J. Cole be talking about is peace, you know what I mean? And unity and elevation. So his shit might crash. That's what I'm just giving an example of how, your who you are as a person and your music can shape listeners' views of you and can shape the type of listeners that you attract. Now, no matter how good the music, people will stop listening to the artists if they feel their actions are deplorable enough. You know what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly, niggas totally stopped listening to that nigga. I mean, a little bit. Like, because they felt like his actions that he committed on this young women were deplorable. Even like that young man with the colorful hair that told on a lot of people. People didn't really think that his actions were too deplorable, and they're still playing his music. You know what I'm saying? So music is subjective, and fans, definitely kind of can shift the narrative and artist careers that they, really fucking with them or not really caring too much about the situation they got into. Just like the Tory Lane, I mean, another example, just like the Tory Lanez and the Megan Stallion situation. Tory Lanez job, like, still, on the scene, and he's doing well. I think he's the first artist to do some type of NFT, which is like e-commerce with music. It's it's complicated, but it's not. You know, he's still doing good, even though he's accused of shooting a black woman in the foot, like off Harlem Nights. There it is. Shoot me in my pinky toe. Gone. That's what I got from that. But he's still doing good. Nigga just this Cassidy stole his bars and then put his bars in a music video. This said, and what you gonna do, bitch? You see how it's just about, whether or not it's really got to do with the fans. Honestly, it's the fans that really can make or break these artists. So if you somebody that the fans is fucking with and you still out making music, see what happened with Tory Lanez is that he still made music. He ain't allowed a scandal to stop him from making music. You know what I'm saying? He pushed through a little bit in ways in the music part through. He pushed through musically because he was just pumping out hits. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of little hits, sneaky little features. The Baby, on the other hand, he gotta just lay low a little bit. They on his ass. The LGBTQ is on his motherfucking ass, taking people back. See, they're not really upset about what he said about if you ain't out here sucking dick in the parking lot. They not too bad about that. What they really mad about the Baby is the nigga said, if you don't got HIV or AIDS, raise your phone with the light up. I'm like, damn, this nigga taking it back to the 1980s. We supposed to be in a new time. There's niggas in this probably niggas that listen to the Baby that got AIDS and HIV. Like, come on, don't. And that's wild. It ain't got nothing to do with sexuality. It's just about courtesy and empathy. He shouldn't have said that. Why would you say that, nigga? You crazy. But back to what I was talking about. That's how music can shift and change, make or break an artist. How do artists heal themselves through music? People naturally, I feel like naturally look to music to heal. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like the artist and the story that the narrative that they're creating has some type of connection to their lives, to the person that's listening to it. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they connected. You know what I'm saying? If a person is rapping about pulling moves or catching plays, hitting a lot of women, not hitting, not punching. I say hitting, having sex. I have to be more proper. I don't want nobody to think I'm talking about abusing. Having sex with a lot of women, you know what I'm saying? People feel like they connected and they listen to their story and they, try to make something out of their life through the music. That's what I feel. Music in general can be healing, For sure, we know that is a fact from slave hymns and old Baptist church songs. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear a certain song, let me see, what's this song? What's the song I always sing? Okay, I got one for you because I'm a PK. You know what I'm saying? Long live my daddy, Reverend Mark Cato. You know what I'm saying? Is this a joint? This is a soul toucher right here. This is a soul toucher for all my folk that be out here in the church and back in the day go to junior church. You know what I'm saying? The junior church was the church you go to upstairs. That's from you don't go into the adult church. You don't know nothing yet. You gotta go to junior church for them to teach you the little stuff to build you up so you can understand and be a man and in the adult church, you know what I'm saying, in the main sanctuary. These for those folks, you know what I'm saying, that went to junior church. Yeah, I know. And you had to be called upon, to put the little basket, everybody put in their little money, Junior church was bomb too. You wanted to go to junior church up until you got to a certain age. They was like, you cannot be up here. You gotta go to the adult joint. But I'm digressing. But this is a song though. This song right here, because songs heal. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. Oh, an on-time God. Yes, he is. Come on, church. Oh, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. I tell you, he's an on-time God. Yes, he is. That right there, you see how that healed? I just sung the song and it healed somebody in listening world that's viewing me right now. And they just got healed. I touched the soul. That's a soul type of soul. You know what I'm saying? So music is healing in general, spiritual, like, the old spirituals, love songs, happy songs. We got, remember I told you about the Jill Scott, the way we got Lil Duval joint. Smile, bitch. Smile, bitch. That's a happy song right there. Come on. A little happy. Oh, and that little Jocelyn joint. The little Jocelyn. What is it? Do me right on my B-Day. Do me like my B-Day. Jocelyn says she gonna win the Grammys off that joint. Fuck yeah. That song is awesome. Okay. In order to heal, you have to reach deeper, right? So if you're an artist, in order to heal through your music, you have to tap into you. You have to reach deeper into the conscious of who you are so you can extract the knowledge out and give it to us so we can have a better understanding of the music that is you. You feel me? If you understood, you understood. If you didn't, you ain't awoke yet. You ain't tapped in. Because I just really explained that to the T. You feel me? You have to reach deeper into yourself as an artist to bring out music that is healing, music that can, change the narrative of a situation of, just good music. Good music don't necessarily have to be, what people would consider positive music. It can have an edgy, low down, gritty, raw, bad type of vibe. But as long as it's creating a story of change. So if that makes sense, I don't know. Y'all ain't even woke yet. Now, even in music, you gotta reach deeper, right? I just said that you gotta tap into your emotion. Now, this doctor, her name is Dr. Rachel Naomi Raymond. I'm gonna read what she said. At the deepest level, the creative process and the healing process arise from a single source. Let me say that again. God get y'all. At the deepest level, the creative process and the healing process arise from a single source. When you are an artist, you are a healer. When you are an artist, you are a healer. A wordless trust of the same mystery is the foundation of your work and its integrity. In other words, musicians, heal thyself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta heal yourself. You gotta heal you. And you can do music. You can use music to heal yourself and to, you know, get the answers you need, because all it is God talking to you. It's your third eye. I don't know if y'all was people that's just tapping into, my show. I had a show about the third eye, and I talked about how artists are those whose third eye is awakened, because for you to go into a booth and to spit, for somebody for somebody to go into the booth and to rap off the dome, maybe let's say 500 bars like my boy Simba did. You able to do that? I mean, your third eye open, because how's you able to formulate words like that? You know what I'm saying? On a beat. I mean, I think that's, you got to understand, you tapped in already. So in order for you to elevate, you got to heal yourself so that way that music can translate. That's why Erykah Badu music is so healing. You know what I'm saying? You listen to Erykah Badu, you feel like you should be taking some Palo Santos and sage and walking around like this, healing. We just got to change the narrative, people. Even with radio and podcasts, and you want to put out good content. You want to put out content that is going to be able to help somebody It's going to be able to inspire somebody. It's going to be able to give somebody good knowledge about maybe something that they didn't know about. But we all have a role to play, and we all cannot put the burden on one another. We have to put it on you know nobody, because it's nobody's burden but the Lord's. That's why he died for us and all of our sins. We just have to live life and love people, you know what I'm saying, and protect our children, because our children's matter and our children's are the future. And we have to be able to censor ourselves as adults sometimes, if uh you know little kiddies are around, and you want to be able to censor yourself as an adult, because you can't block out your child from the world. Things is, this is the world, the world we living in. So that's the end of my show. That's all I had to say for today. Hopefully you guys took out a purpose with my message that I was giving out about the industry. I want my artists, my independent artists. The reason why I talk about musicians so much is because I am a music supporter, like a local music and just music supporter in general, but more so my DC, Maryland, Virginia artists. You know what I'm saying? I like really support them, and I really want them to tap into the inner them and create good content while still remaining authentic. You know what I'm saying? Because you can sample shit, you know what I'm saying, and still be your authentic self. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to talk about, killing all the time. I understand that that's the type of life you live. You guys speak on that shit. Okay, cool. But hopefully you're not doing currently. Don't tell on yourself. You have to have money and shit for you want to be a rapper. If you're gonna be a rapper, be a rapper. If you're gonna be a trapper, be a trapper. Sell to the rappers. But that's my show. Make sure y'all know I never go a show without telling my lovely woman, thank you for being my rock and helping me out, and always encouraging me and keeping me on the swivel and being my spine, because I'm a wild girl sometimes, and my screws a little bit loose sometimes. And when you have a partner that can understand you and that is of equal yoke, that is a wonderful thing. And so I'm very blessed, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for, always helping me out and giving me good understanding. Hey, it's always free motherfucking simple. You feel me? Inshallah, man. He'll be home soon, man. Youngest in charge, Moco's finest, long live 9. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. That's big_homie smiles 41. Make sure y'all click the link in my bio. Make sure y'all do my Cash App, money sign, Treetop Radio 87. Shout out to Heen. Shout out to Love is Love. Shout out to Black Corn Man LA. Shout out to Tuh. Shout out to everybody out there grinding and doing your thing. Shout out to Sports for You, No Rules Podcast. They're coming up. No, Sports for You is coming up, but shout out to No Rules Podcast as well. You know what I'm saying? That's a wonderful show. Y'all need to check out Cat Dog as well. And I believe Dolomite. I always forget his shit. I always forget that joint. Hey, Ben Ready, I don't know if you did. Are you gonna give your Instagram name and Cash App just in case we got people want to donate? Because ain't no nation like a donation. Okay, we gonna keep it moving, keep it pushing. My man is in the mix, you know what I'm saying, getting to the money. Hey, shout out to my hood, shout out to 41 Long Live Dino De Niro, shout out to my mother Armida Cato, my brother Scooby, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to everybody grinding, doing your thing out there, man. Hey, Ben Ready, we out this bitch.
If it's rose gold, had to make some new money on my own. Had to throw arms up for the logo. I she fell in love with the cocoa. Bullets see them up like Benny Hanna. Take my little form, bitch, to Benny Hanna. Niggas want smoke, I got plenty guns. Niggas want smoke, I got heavy on.
Free simple, bitch. Shout out to Townhouse Media. Been ready, bitch.